Hey guys, today's July the 31st of 2022, and I want to go over some of the markets I follow and trade using my simple glance. So this is called Market Recap. So it's a quick rapid fire of the stuff I'm seeing and ideas, and just kind of giving you my opinions. So without any further delay, let's get into it. This is a dollar. As you can see, we kind of have a nice little sell-off. I have a target of 113. There's a trend line I'm watching over here, 110, but my target would be 113. There's some on Cyberworld saying that this is a wave 5. It could be. We don't know yet. I know there's weekly cycles that are still, pointing up, but this is the game you gotta, stay vigilant and just watch, because if this is wave 5, then it's gonna start breaking down. But if it's wave 5 is further up, which I'm leaning towards, then we just have to see that it's gonna have a nice little retrace, and then it's gonna make another leg higher. So that's my thoughts on the dollar. As you can see, there's some good support here, 105, the 50 SMA linear regression channel right here, and the weekly just has a nice little pullback above all the moving averages. So still strong, still good, in my opinion. Bitcoin. You can see that we just got a PPS buy signal, so I wouldn't be buying it yet. I will wait for a retrace and then get in. I'm playing it with a Hive. I'm long Hive, Hive. And you can see that right here, we just hit the 50 SMA, kind of stalling or just fighting right there. Short term is still negative. You're below the cloud, and on the weekly midterm, but you can see that it kind of based off right here for like the last 2 months. Could it be a bull trap? Yeah, it could be a bull trap. Resistance would be that 25.47 right there, kind of like building up. You can see a pivot right here, even the linear regression channel. Once we get above and out of this cloud on the daily, then things are probably going to look much better. And the point of control is at 29 if we ever get up there. But you can see that things are MACD. Last 2 weeks have been good volume on the green side. Somewhat last week, maybe Thursday and Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I figure I'd go to Ethereum and see what's there. Ethereum is even looking even nicer. It's about to, like, mobile supposed to get green. You got kind of same play, but the price action is stronger on Ethereum. And you can see that value area low is somewhere around that 1808. We almost got there. What is it? 1786. We're already in the clouds. You can see that Ethereum's price action is much stronger and better than Bitcoin. So we're already in the cloud. We're already fighting. This is where the volatility starts. It starts getting wild swings. But so far, it's making higher highs and higher lows, and that's what you want to watch in this consolidation pattern. Targets to the upside. You can see anywhere between the top of linear regression, 1896, all the way to the value area high, which is at 1989. And you can see that here is kind of creating this level right here. Value area low is at 1812, somewhere around there. What else? Let's go to crude oil, black oil. You can see that on the linear regression channel on the weekly, we found support right here. And this is big, strong level of 96. It kept fighting it, and now it's held it, and now looks like it wants to go higher above the 50. And we're about to have a MACD crossover on the weekly. Last week volume was pretty all right. It's green, and you can see here it's just been a fight. And now on the daily, we got a Hekanashi positive and the trend color positive, though it's kind of risky because you're on the short term below the cloud. So I can see a target of 107 retracing back up, dealing with the 100 SMA and the 50 SMA in that area, with the cloud indicating 107 is going to be a battle to try to close above that level. so far everything looked good on the MACD. Value area low 95, point of control 109. So we'll see if we get there. Gold. I am long gold. I'm looking for maybe we could pull back next week, but I'm looking for maybe a higher high and higher low. I'm playing the seasonal pattern. If you guys been watching my video, somewhere around the 20th, 18, 19. Seasonal pattern was going to indicate that there could be a probability that there's going to be a low swing. And now look at this explosive higher. Target could be that value area low, 1789 all the way to 1798. You can see that we're battling right here at the Kumo cloud, 1780. So we'll see. I can see maybe a pullback coming in. We could get out of the clouds to look positive, but those are the key levels I'm watching. And this is a strong level right here, 1796. So you see how strong it is and so how long. And also 1819. And we got a positive weekly, got a MACD crossover. The last 2 weeks volume has been, kind of in the green. But the MACD's crossed over, so that's good. And on the daily is looking good. Nice momentum to the upside. I figure I cover silver, see where I'm at. Silver's the same thing. Target to the upside could be that 20 and even the 2081. You can see that it's battling right now 2028. And there's that 2068. Point of control is at 21. But I can see maybe a pullback coming in maybe next week. Or we could just continue pushing higher. But so far, it's kind of doing the same thing. MACD crossover, last week's volume was pretty good. And you can see Wednesday, Thursday was pretty strong. Friday was all right, pretty good. So it looks good. All right, let's see. HG, copper. Copper's looking like the same thing. The 20th, well, a little below was on the 15th. So far it's looking good. If there's going to be any upside, I can see it probably kissing $3.85 right there with the 50 and the Kumo cloud right there. And the got a crossover on the MACD. Weekly's looking positive as of now, but still, you got to be risky. Fighting the 200 SMA, and now he's closed above it. So that's good. And I could probably see maybe a little rally and see how far it goes. But those are the targets to the upside. And let's see, natural gas. This is interesting. Look like a little head fake. Trapped some bears and popped up and hit a high. Where did we close? We closed at 861. Hit a double top up here. On the weekly, everything looks good. And on the daily, we just got a MACD crossover. Friday volumes was positive, but I guess so. Wednesday, Thursday was really negative. PPS sell signal. And I pretty much hit all these stops, thinking that maybe some people thought this was wave 5. See, this is what kind of I'm seeing with the dollar. The dollar kind of playing this, and everybody's like, yeah, it's going to, the wave 5 is in, and then this is going to probably happen with the dollar. And it could probably go all the way to 113. So that's what I'm kind of seeing in my head. It just happens that this pattern played out well. The dollar hasn't done this yet, so this is kind of what I'm seeing. But you can see that we hit the linear regression channel on the daily chart. So it kind of pulled back in. And if there's going to be any support, definitely is going to be that 750. And it's above the cloud on the daily, so that's good. So maybe a little retracement. If this thing goes on with Russia and all that, then, and he really, tightens things up, then maybe this could even push higher. AppHarvest. It's another stock I'm watching. You can see that we had a nice little retracement, got a nice little pop, and that's kind of like stall. Weekly, you can see that there's a MACD crossover. So that's not too good. And we're battling, staying above the cloud, which is good. Value area high is 395. There's going to be some support coming in at 361. And you see that it just pulled back in. And it's just kind of there. The good thing about this stock is that it's out of the cloud and just kind of going sideways. Not really much volume and interest in it right now. So it's just kind of more like, lost motion. stock stock right now. I'm long at from 21. You can see there's some support here at 23. I can see a target of 26 all the way to 28. You can see on the cloud over here on the daily, the 26, 25. That's going to be a level linear regression channel. And we're almost going to be there on the scoring the range, the 1/8. It's somewhere around that 22, 25, 26 level. It's kind of dancing around there. So volume is good. Everything is good in the clouds. There's going to be volatility. If it pulls back next week, 24 could be good support. You got the 200 value area high. But if it continues pushing higher, let's see if we could get to close above anywhere between the 25 level and even the 26. If we get out of this cloud and have a daily close above here, that's pretty strong. It might have to retest the 28 level. DNN, same thing, even though this is even not as high as Cameco, but it's in the clouds. So there's going to be some volatility. Support would be that 115. You can hit the value area high of 122. So let's see. It's looking a little weaker here. And last Friday's volume was very negative and very strong. So we'll see what happens. But so far in the weekly, it looked good. And then it kind of pulled back, hitting the point of control, which is at 120. The euro, let's see what the euro's doing. You can see that's still negative. I had a target of 1041. You can see it there. And we pulled back in, just kind of going sideways, consolidating. Nothing really here going on. Hive, this is the one I'm playing with the crypto. You see that we based off here, and now it pulled back in, made a higher low. Now I'm looking for next week to maybe even make a higher high. But it's in the cloud, so it's risky. The cloud indicating in the future is starting to turn positive, but we got to wait and see. Value area high is at 465. And linear regression channel, it's up here. Value area high, 465. Yep. Point of control, 444. I can see it maybe even testing this $6 around there, the 20 and the 200. And you can see that 558 is now becoming some kind of level of resistance. But everything is looking good. Last week and 2 weeks ago, volume has been strong. MACD positive. Friday's volume was amazing. Look at that. Look how big that was. So far it's looking good. I'm long Hive, looking good. Someone in the chat recommended me to check out SMR. So here it is, SMR. Looks like a baby stock. Started trading not too long ago. From what I learned, I can't really apply cycles to this because it's a baby stock, but we could just look at the price action and it looks very strong. Looks like a breakout happened on 7/18 in the week of 17/18 and 7/25. I wouldn't buy it right now. I'll wait for a pullback and then get in the position. I know it has to deal with something with nuclear. I'll keep this on my radar. But so far, yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. Anything to the upside, even to a 1542. But if I want to play this, I'd rather wait for a pullback to come in. This is going to be like a wave 1 impulse, and then come back for a 2, and then go for a 3 higher. So that's how I would play that. And the last chart is UEC. I have a position on UEC. You can see that's in the cloud. We're already battling the linear regression channel. Target to the upside where we have resistance with that 478. And if you're not in it, I will wait for a pullback. Support will be that 392 all the way to that 382. Daily, it's in the clouds. It's going to be volatile. MACD volume is looking all right. It's positive. So we got to see how it's going to play out. That's it for me. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on market recap.